Okay, this is like a mini update for the channel. I don't know whether or not to put this series in, superversive category, but it does have an angle of where, yeah, humanity is the big race on the block. You get to see little glimmers of it even in the first like 3 chapters or so. But so far it's been like little like teasers for building up towards, like, I guess, like what the overall setting is about. But so far the first 3 chapters have been pretty fun. And yes, they do I've seen it have a bit more of a humorous bent with some things. Like, say, in the 3rd chapter, these aliens encounter a specialized kind of repair station in the depths of space near kind of like a dark matter field where I guess it farms some of its energy and stuff from. And then the thing calls itself a Solarian. But then you find out at the very end of the chapter, because he does this thing a little bit differently, where at the end of each chapter he has like this little aside which kind of gives you more context to what was happening in the overall short story, which I don't mind stories that are set up like that. You don't have to get to the main bulk of what your setting is. Like, he does a very good job of setting up little mysteries and then having a little payoff at the end. And I like the fact that there's not an overabundance of description. Most of these chapters, okay, I'm not gonna lie, at work I read like at least 1 chapter at work. because man, I have to periodically sit down because of this stupid shit with my feet. Well, but still, if you just like little short stories that are building up to a bigger kind of setup for the universe, then I'd say give this series a try. Again, I'm only 3 chapters in because I'm lucky to read like a chapter a day in most things, and I'm trying to read 2 other things at the same time, so I'm alternating between reading everybody's chapter. And certain books might, a chapter for them might be like 25 to 30 pages, so it would take me like 2 days to read something like that. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to have a chapter that's only 5 or 6 pages, But that's just me, and the way that I take majority of my time to write now. But if you're looking for a space opera that has bits of mysteries scattered about, like, yeah, you can't go wrong with this whole setup. It's definitely piquing my interest. Again, I don't know if it's more of like a golden age of humanity aspect just yet, but the fact that humanity is at the top of its game right now, from the looks of it, is pretty telling. Because, yeah, most books do start humanity off as like the underdog, or we're like so far behind that we're kind of like cavemen. Which I would say, even with Upload Protocol, I turned that part on its head. Humanity has been the main mover and shaker for a while. It's just that most of the Uplift Council didn't realize that. And, this little interlude novella is basically going to showcase that front and center. But I'll link it below. God, I need more coffee. But behold humanity. Rather interesting. Like, I know they said it started off as like a Gumroad or Royal Road kind of setup, where it's it has a serial format basically, which I find that I enjoy a lot more nowadays. For me, a decent way to get my interest is, yeah, don't spend too long on the description. Like, just give me a line or 2 about what I'm looking at. I really don't need pages of description, really. Again, this is all just my personal preferences as a reader and even as a writer. And then, have a little bit of mystery, close off some mysteries, have it open with another mystery, close, like open and close. So that way you can have little things building up in each chapter, and then it can lead to like an overall bigger meta arc if you want it to. So yeah, this thing's doing a pretty good job, and I'll have to catch up with the rest of my channel later. Have a good day, everybody.